So have you heard the phrase, that's a white person's disease? Like nobody black gets rheumatoid arthritis. Although studies do show women are 3 times more to get RA or to develop RA than men, it doesn't necessarily mean that black people don't get RA. It doesn't matter your age, how old you are, from ages 5 on up. RA affects us all. January 2019. I will never forget that day. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, short for RA. So basically, rheumatoid arthritis affects your joints, your tissues. You have numbness and tingling in your hands, feet, real severe stiffness. Also, I'm going to talk about the medications that I'm currently taking and my journey of medications prior to the medications that I'm on now. I'll be also sharing, my outfit of the day. And yeah, just sharing my journey and my experience dealing with rheumatoid arthritis. So I'm on my way to see my RA doctor. And it is snowing out here. On top of I am stiff as can be. So hopefully it's good news. Hopefully all my levels that I got tested were good. And we have some good news. I'll keep you posted, guys. So I think I'm gonna keep it light today. I don't really want a heavy beat. I'm gonna keep it kind of short and sweet since I'm just gonna be running in and out. But my symptoms with RA. So it began, what was that? July, probably, I would say July 2018. I had severe stiffness in my neck. I'm using a Fit Me. Dewy, smooth. I really like this foundation. This drugstore foundation, actually. Really nice. But again, my symptoms and my neck was so stiff. Y'all, when I tell you I couldn't even turn my head all the way back like that. It was so bad. So I started seeing a chiropractor, right? So, because the first thing he's like, oh, I'm out of alignment. I need to see a chiropractor. So I went to a chiropractor, did that for a few months prior to seeing my primary doctor, because they were telling me, everything is out of line. It could be causing a stiffness. When I tell you I tried acupuncture, I did it all before I was actually diagnosed, because the symptoms, I woke up one morning, I was like, oh my God, what is going on? My hands were so numb. I was unable to even open a bottle of water. Like, open a bottle of water is still kind of difficult for me. But at that point in time, there were no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I could not open a bottle of water. So that's how severe it started in like January. So I seen a orthopedic doctor, which was referred by my primary physician. They said, oh yeah, you have carpal tunnel. So I'm like, what about the stiffness in my neck, right? So anyway, fast forward, they wanted to do surgery and all this other stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing the surgery on carpal tunnel. After doing my research, I heard that it doesn't work anyway, so I'm not getting that surgery. So then after seeing my primary doctor again, I'm like, look, now it's maybe like a couple of months later, it has spread to my arms, my shoulders, my elbows, my knees, my feet were aching. Like I could barely even, I had so much swelling, y'all. When I tell y'all I had so much swelling. So the doctor ended up having these tests blood test drawn, and I had full body x-rays from head to toe. X-rays came back, she told me, I think it's a little more going on. Not sure if it's due to age, because I am 48 years old, but yeah, we think it's more going on. So after she got those test results back, she was like, we're going to start you on some prednisone because your body is full of inflammation. Your RA levels are a little elevated, so I want you to see a rheumatologist. So I went to see a rheumatologist. Sure enough, I was diagnosed with RA in January 2019. I went on a series of more prednisone and Plaquenil. But when I tell you, though, the prednisone worked wonders. I felt better than I had ever felt. Well, I won't say ever felt, but in a long time. I had not felt that good. I felt like I can get up and clean, because it got to the point where I couldn't even clean my own house. Like, I couldn't, you know, zip my own pants. Going to work, my husband had to button my bra, and it was really, really severe in the mornings. That was during the time it would be most severe, was in the mornings. I think I'm gonna go with, does anybody use this? This Revlon eyeshadow. I think it's really pretty. But anyway, the pain was so severe in my hands, feet, shoulders, and everywhere, and I just couldn't even do the things that I just normally could do before. So basically, I went on the prednisone. The prednisone, like I said, worked wonders, and I was on that for probably 2 rounds. So, which, like 28 days, I think it's a 10-day supply or something like that. So, mind y'all, rheumatoid arthritis, or RA, rheumatologists are, it's so common, it seems like, that it's so hard to get in to see them. My appointment wasn't scheduled for like 3 months out. It was just crazy. So basically I had to wait. Meanwhile, I'm on prednisone. The prednisone is wearing off. By the time the prednisone was wearing off, it was time for me to see my rheumatologist. So then that's when she ran another series of tests and said, yes, you know, Ms. Godfrey, you have rheumatoid arthritis. And when she told me that, you guys, after I had been doing my research, I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? My life is about to be over. I'm not going to be able to do anything anymore. So I went through this whole pity party and everything. And I just really didn't know what on earth I was going to do. So basically, she started suggesting, you know, the different drugs, which is, I'm on now Plaquenil. And Plaquenil, she told me, was like a drug that pregnant women take. So it wasn't really strong, because I was really adamant about, I don't want to go on any strong medication. I just did not want to go on any strong medication. And so we discussed it, and I went on the Plaquenil along with the prednisone. You can barely even see it though. Well, I guess it's probably because of the lighting. But so I was on the Plaquenil with the prednisone. I was on that for about 6 months, and it seemed to be working. But at the same time, you can only be on, you know, steroids for so long. So they wanted me to come off of the steroids. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of smokiness. So I'm using this Revlon Color Stay, and I'm not sure what the color is Espresso. So they wanted me to come off of the prednisone, and when I tried to come off, or when they tried to wean me off of the prednisone, OMG, I was in so much pain. But I think what happened was they tried to take me off too quickly, because my body was filled with so much inflammation. I had so much inflammation that I had these pair of boots. I'll never forget it. They were over the knee boots that I absolutely love, and it featured in one of my videos. If you haven't seen that video, check out that video. But I couldn't even pull the boots up because my legs were so swollen, and I didn't realize that my legs were so swollen. But it was because my body was filled with inflammation. So after being on the prednisone for 6 months, and they told me they wanted me to get off, and they was like, if you can't get off of the prednisone, we're gonna have to put you on methotrexate, which is another commonly drug that they put people that have rheumatoid arthritis on. And I just was not feeling that either. I was like, no, I don't want to be on methotrexate. I've heard all the side effects from being on it. Can I try to eliminate myself from the prednisone first before we move to something stronger like methotrexate? So that's what I did. I weaned myself off the prednisone. So once I weaned myself off of the prednisone, which I'm currently on now, the Plaquenil, and I take, you know, what she says is a small dosage. I'm not quite sure what the dosage is, but I'm on Plaquenil now. But I will say, to do your research, guys, do your research, because when I started researching rheumatoid arthritis, I found out that the keto diet helped me tremendously, because prior to going to the rheumatoid arthritis doctor, I started the keto diet, and that keto diet helped with the flare-ups. And I noticed when I cut grains and gluten out of my diet, the inflammation started, you know, kind of subsiding, you know, going away on its own, and I wasn't in as much pain as before. So basically that's what I did. I was already doing the keto diet, so I suggest if you're diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, try out the keto diet. I'm not a doctor, I'm not claiming to be, but just from experience, I went on the keto diet. I dropped about 25 pounds in like 2 months, and that alone helped with what I was going through. The pain went from a 10 to probably a 7. I suggest to try out the keto diet. And I think you will see a difference in the flare-ups. I know, well, just from research, they've been saying that you need to have a certain amount of protein. And before, I was not a big meat eater at all, y'all. When I tell you I didn't eat a lot of meat at all. Sorry for the glare. Actually, I did like a 24-hour fast. This was during the time when I was trying to figure out what was happening to me, and I was literally trying everything. But what I can say is I did a 12-hour, or was it 24? It was a 12-hour fast. And when I tell y'all, and I don't know what you all's beliefs are, but I'm a God-fearing woman and I love the Lord. I was praying. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I mean, I just can't live like this. I gotta be able to go to work. So I tried fasting. I fasted for 12 hours. I think it was, yeah, 12 hours. And when I tell you, they say your body does a whole reset, my whole everything reset. I got movement back in my hands. This was before I actually went to the rheumatoid doctor, or the rheumatologist. I actually got feelings back in my hands. It was so unbelievable. So that's another thing I plan to do for 2020, is to try to do more fasting. Intermediate fasting, I think that's what it's called, intermediate fasting. So I'm going to try to do more intermediate fasting, because it is a struggle, you know, with things you're eating, and your body just can't consume all of that stuff if you're not, you know, getting rid of the waste quickly enough after eating all this trash that I was eating. So yeah, the medications so far seem to be working. Like I said, right now I'm just on the Plaquenil. I did have a flare-up about a week ago, but that flare-up came from me eating terrible, and I knew better. like I knew better. I'm like, now girl, now you know when you eat this piece of cake, you're gonna be hurting tomorrow. And sure enough, when I woke up, my neck was stiff and everything else. So my doctor, of course, when I called her, she wanted to make this appointment, which is the appointment I'm heading to today. Just to, you know, check me out, make sure everything is still good, especially since I didn't go on the methotrexate. So, yeah. Just my suggestion is just to try to do better. You know, as far as your eating. I love this, y'all. This is the best mascara ever. So yeah, with that being said, that's my little short story. It's a lot more that this video entails, but it would just be way too long if I decided to tell y'all everything that I tried. But in 2020, I do plan to incorporate Pilates, because I feel like Pilates would definitely help me with the strength in my wrists, because they're weak. But before, y'all, I couldn't even do this. Like now, being able to do this, to ball fist, it just feels so good to be able to turn my neck. But sometimes I can still hear that. I mean, it literally sounds like somebody is, you know, snapping your neck. But I couldn't do that before, and now it just feels amazing to be able to. I just thank God that I'm able to move and get up and go to work. I'll be doing more videos about rheumatoid arthritis, because I'm not going to let rheumatoid arthritis beat me. I'm not going to stop living my life, because life goes on. It's such a pretty color, guys. So if you are struggling with rheumatoid arthritis, you have a friend in me. Remember that back in the day? How did that song go? Okay, so everything went a-okay. My inflammation or RA levels are right where they should be. I did let my doctor know that I had a flare-up about a week ago. But I also told her it was probably due to something that I ate that I shouldn't have been. Because lately I've been eating a lot of sweets. So definitely stay away from the sweets as much as you can with RA, because I know for me, it sends me into a flare-up. So yeah, everything went okay. My doctor's visit was great. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.